Friday triple hitter, Freaky Friday on a holiday. Thank you for joining us on One Sports, on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. Tip Dipianco, Jamie La Victoria, and Kyla. Their first win, Jamie. Meanwhile, for PLDT, looking to possibly start another win streak in our tournament.
Well, so far, the Nxled Chameleons have had a...
PLDT High Speed Hitters coming off a win versus the Farm Fresh Foxies after getting their first loss of the tournament against Signal Super Spikers. And that works for Kim Fajardo.
Next week.
Yeah, already. Right. So crossover tayo pagkatapos ito, and then the teams that did not face each other in the first part, they have a chance to rack up more wins, and then that's when you go to the quarterfinals. That's their second point. Paula Martinez.
Good serve.
Davison.
She's a very confident Savvy Davison. Oh, good serve.
Maraguinot goes to the reinforcement with that strong hit from the back, and that could get them going there. Calf.
Ooh.
To Anastasia, and
knows who to set at the right time. The veteran presence is key for PLDT.
I wouldn't mind if she's also president.
Oh, my bad. I accidentally said
president of the PLDT.
Puede, yes.
High Speed Hitters, that is. Oh, some adjustment there. But you were talking about the thumbs up earlier, Jamie, and we've seen the reinforcements as we see another point coming from Paula na
he is not taking it light and easy. Matter of fact, Pip and Jamie, ito raw yung mga mas delikado at tricky. And so throughout this match, expect aggressive high-speed hitters because they're here to ensure that any hope left.
Where they didn't have a reinforcement, so they know that when they face these teams who are hungry for wins, it will be a challenging task still.
And that just goes to show that every game carries so much weight. Every game has so much importance. Even if you're undefeated, you're not out of the woods just yet.
Scramble here. Davison sends that over. Jaja goes to Permentilia. Doug back with the Chameleons. They transfer at the best one for Paula. Here comes the middle, but no connection between Cap and Majoy. Play on. And it finally drops for Kiara Permentilia.
It's a long rally.
Para
I was gonna say something, but maybe no.
Parang convenient, no? Hindi ba pagsabihan ng ating referees? At yun ang dahilan, bakit hindi natin? Right now, they have cut the lead down to a single point. 3 straight after the technical timeout. And KKD conferences, including the on-tour tournament.
Yes.
Always happy to see our players healthy for the PLDT High Speed Hitters. Chance now for Nxled to take the lead. Martinez straight to Fajardo. KKD will want to get the lead back, and she does.
So far, so good for KKD. That was a long run coming from Nxled, all because of the serves of Kiara.
Back with the black shirts. D, that's high enough for Telerio to save. Play on with this rally. Davison had to adjust and stretch.
Good set.
Martinez off the block. And a net violation in the process. 4 earlier in favor of PLDT. And after the first technical timeout, nakahabol itong Nxled. Palomata.
There we go.
11-10 here in the first set.
Good serve.
Bobbled by Permentilia. Chance for PLDT. Arado with the underhand set to Davison. And those are the super spikes that KKD leading all PLDT scorers with 3 points now.
Ooh.
Nice set by Maraguinot to
Service, Martinez.
Davison on the drop. And that works.
Sees a hole.
Good strategy by Savvy.
Maraguinot had to send that over. Palomata. Delerio gets to it. Almost another, and there you go. There was a point for Mayang Nuike.
He activated for Nxled.
Yeah. We were waiting for that too, and finally they have done it. Pavicina again. And on the second try, it drops.
She went down the line this time.
15-13. Ooh. Too far from Del Palomata and Martin. Can they tie it up? They go to the reinforcement, who has been hot. Had 15 in their opener against Farm Fresh, but in their last game had 38.
Wow.
And in this match, on pace to do the same. De Guzman, dug by Pavicina. Davison had to take an extra step. Martinez, good angle. As she falls down, no problem.
Fuss.
Yeah.
No fuss, the usual timeouts coming from Coach Raud.
Ooh. And everyone caught flat-footed. Nobody moved. That was the 13th point of Martinez. And more importantly, the lead now with Nxled. Davison
Sharp.
gets that one back.
Good set.
And De Guzman gets it through. The Chameleons.
This is not an easy roll.
But she makes it look easy on that one, Jamie. Unsuccessful challenge for Nxled. Now brings us to this score, 24-22, and the attack by Martinez went out. And that ends the first set. However, another challenge will be called by the Chameleons, drawing out their final card in hopes of salvaging this first set.
Whereas the other ones have been successful, Dip, in the start of set number one and in the middle of set number one. So untimely error here for Nxled.
For both teams, that's what we didn't see a lot of in set number one.
You know what? At the end of the day, it all boils down to the numbers. And take a look at this. Kritch Makaslang is the starting middle of Nxled, but she has 0 points. But they did fall short in set number one.
PLDT, by the way, is the #1 blocking team in our reinforced conference. So opponents have to find variations in order to score.
Needing to get some defense in those sequences. Good receive.
Good save from Makaslang. De Guzman off the block. Picked up by Cap. Arado with a bump set. KKD off the block, but it goes in. Savvy, another block. Back to back. Fajardo with a one-hand set to Baron. They've been looking for that. Thanks, Kyla, for that report. Well, for Nxled, it's good that they keep that positivity, especially for Kiara Permentilla.
Yes.
You see just how passionate she is, especially with regards to having her team, the reinforced conference, getting that one.
Now, going back to Kiara, Dip, it's not easy having that positive mindset if you haven't won a game in the reinforced conference. So kudos to her for
Savvy again. Gets the lead back for PLDT. Martinez from the back. converts.
Of Nxled.
Jaja, good set. To Mayang Nuike,
Yes.
just the right height. Mayang Nuike out of the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Another point for PLDT. Austin Ubaldo.
Yep. And Troncoso as well.
Two setters who are still playing in the UAAP, by the way. Spending their time here in the PVL.
Good
Kasi
play.
it's a holiday nga pala, no?
Yes.
So, walang pasok ang students. Celerio will give it to Paula. Fajardo to Baron. Kept
Ooh.
alive by Nxled. What a
Good
hit.
dig by Savvy.
Boy pa.
Oh.
Del trying to do the same, but it goes straight. Majoy Baron finds the mark.
That's a good play.
3-point lead for the High Speed Hitters. Jaja goes to Martinez. 18 points already.
That's a good set.
Good first ball. Savvy.
Ooh.
Maraginot goes to the middle. Back with Nxled. Second try. And it works. Martinez now will have to work from the back. Again with that short serve, which he did earlier and got an ace with. Arado sets up KKD again. Roof. Oh, the blocking of Nxled. Fourth block now as a team. And a broken play. Chance for the Chameleons to take the lead. Martinez gets it through.
You can't stop her, Dib.
Paula Martinez leading the way. And an ace to go along with those numbers. 27-year-old opposite spiker. Last played in Romania. Played in different countries.
What a easy point.
And that is...
That's inside.
Yeah, Fajardo was pointing to the spot. She knew it.
From PLDT, and that's why Coach Ettore gets frustrated with his team sometimes. Good receive.
And that one won't be kept up by Nxled. 17-14. Here in set 2, De Guzman.
Good dig.
Nxled badly looking for a point. Martinez high enough for Arado. Fajardo to Davison. Down it goes. Martinez
Smart. Too good.
changing pace.
Yep.
15-18. Fajardo chooses Palomata. Well played by May Luna on the defensive side. And Paula says, I'll take it. Overtook PLDT earlier in the first set. Around this point. Palomata, that's a bit low. Got it across though. Martinez. Still playable. Jaja with a chase. Permentilia is denied. Let's see what the Chameleons have drawn up after that timeout.
Oh, what a serve.
Oh, and it's an ace delivered by Savvy Davison. How they would respond here. That time they pick up the serve from Savvy. Permentilia blocked Back row from Luna, dug by Davison. Angge to the middle, and Palomata gets it.
Now this has been a successful double substitution for does not work. It's very risk-taking, adding 2 new players on the court.
So far, so good for PLDT. Looking for more. De Leon! Why not?
Good serve. Ooh.
That one goes through and drops for Permit. Malaluan going for that angle.
There's a touch on that one.
Hey, Martinez there.
Yes.
A full swing, which gives her that power. Atienza pumps it to Permentilla. There was a check. Quickly. They are looking for their first win in the tournament. Let's see how far they can go here in this set. That is a point though for Aliyah Malaluan. Sheila Kiseo had an ace earlier back in the game. Kiara slowed down. Angge goes back row to Davison, and that goes in. As she ends set number 2.
All these losses here in the Reinforced Conference.
Now you mentioned the word maturity, and that's what PLDT has really developed all throughout this year, I would say.
Has no production. She had 1 block earlier, but in terms of attacks, none.
Martinez has been the recipient, and that one is a point.
Ideal game. Swabe lang. Actually, let me tell you about her mantra, finding my 80. Pretty unique, but the idea is simple. How she maintains that brutal consistency we see game after game. Can the Chameleons pull off the ultimate Halloween trick and force a fourth set?
Kaya Permentilla. Ito naman, Swabe Davison.
We love that. Witty Kyla here.
Let's see if they'll be able to continue their smooth sailing here in this match. 3-all so far in the 3rd set. And this long rally. Jaja trying to do an arado. To no avail, play on. Martinez with a swing. Chameleons falling. And Palomata taking advantage. Lead now with the High Speed Hitters. Maraguinot back sets to Martinez off the block. And a point. Martinez is rejected, and Luna couldn't keep it in play.
It's a reinforcement again.
Cap goes to the reinforcement. Pavikina gets the point. Limited production so far for Anastasia. Has 6 points for PLDT, but no worries because Davison has 14. Saved by Luna. Permentilla picked up by Davison. Back with PLDT, the drop by Baron. And it drops. Back in San Juan. You're still watching us on One Sports, on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. Fajardo to Pavikina.
Good serve. Oh, okay.
Maraguinot.
There we go.
Tumakas lang. That's what you've been waiting for, Jamie. 8 serving 10 here in set number 3. Cap goes back to Anastasia on the cross-court hit. In sets 1 and 2 combined, but that output alone, she was able to get here in set 3. But Martinez continues to pounce. Pavikina with a chase. Kept alive by PLDT. Makaslang.
But May Luna unable to stabilize that sequence. Good receive by Critch.
That one off the block. Davison.
Good serve by KKD.
Anastasia with a pickup. Davison with a power tip.
And actually, Savvy Davison approach.
Jaja. Tight. Free ball for PLDT. Back row for Bavikina. It drops.
No,
13-16. Fajardo, this time on a power hit from Davison, went for a stronger approach. Nxled, she will be the setter right here. Palomata.
Inside. Alay Malaluan as well.
Prado back into serve. And you were also talking about the fit of Bavikina and how she's perfect for this PLDT team.
You know, she's also not emotional like her teammates. She's mature. Good receive.
Paron, straight to Luna. Kiara again, trying to go back to back.
Oh!
That was quick.
Exactly.
The point or the play in question. So Permentilia just says lead down to 3 points. Bavikina is blocked. And the scream. 18-20.
Good serve by Jaja.
Davison.
Oh!
What a sharp spike from Savvy.
Just Savvy.
That one clips in it, but picked up by Lumahan.
Oh!
And then the denial for PLDT.
Oh!
Permentilia serving now for Nxled. Oh, but that is out. Kiseo serving for the match, 24-19. Maraginot goes to May Luna Lumahan and gets the point for Nxled to extend. First is the serve. Fajardo to D for the finisher. And that does it. As the PLDT High Speed Hitters win this one in straight sets. And they will move forward in the next preliminary round. Disappointment in their faces.
Right.
But hey, there's still that next round. We'll talk more about this match after this break.